Hello friends, I welcome you all in ABFX webinar, and today we are talking about the best trade setup for a beginner. So as we all know that in a beginner we always have a confusion to follow up with the analysis of fundamental, analysis of technical, analysis of sentimental, and there will be huge data to follow up, to analyze, and also to have an eye on all of them at a glance. So it is always a tough task to do as a beginner level. So here we are with a good webinar for all the beginners, that best setup for trading, which will be including all the fundamental setup as well as the technical setup to use the trading and to analyze the chart as well. So let's begin off. So today our webinar will be about how was this week opening, and then economic calendar preview. Yes, we will be doing the economic calendar preview as well. And then we have a major event going to happen on the next week, that is Brexit upcoming parliament vote, which was delayed on the January 11th, probably on the Tuesday, and back to the December 2008 it was postponed by the PM Theresa May, UK PM Theresa May. So there will be a huge impact on the market. So let's begin off our today webinar. So first, let's talk how was the Monday opening for the forex market. So as we all know, the forex opening, Monday opening for the forex market was a bit tough for the dollar because the economy was not stable last week, and dollar was struggle a lot. US-China trade dispute and global indexes fall was a great disadvantage for dollar. But on the Thursday, somehow the economic data of USA job labor market has given somewhat support economically to dollar, and the scale of the global economy and the stock market indexes has shown some kind of recovery which has supported the dollar price. So this has given a support to dollar somehow, but still it was not enough for dollar. Still it is going on with the weakness. And going further with the CAD was a leading edge currency in this week because of the crude oil price was so much fall on the index, that the it given a good support for the CAD, because the crude oil is completely linked with the CAD price, because 97% of the export of the Canada is belongs to the petroleum prices, and more the export rises, the Canadian currency got more support. Apart from this, we was having a good support for the gold retracement. We have seen 1295 retracement, market has touched 1295 for the dollar, for the gold, and again it came back all the way till the 1278 price level. So this was a gold big retracement because it was not able to break the 1300 level, which was not for the gold price. That the news was not enough for the gold price to break and go up to the 1300 level. So let's now go deeper inside. So before going deeper inside, I will be giving you some fundamental news as well in every webinar, so that it will be helpful to understand the fundamental knowledge of the forex market as well, along with the technical setup. So fundamental is we have to follow. We can't skip if you want to become the good trader. Somewhat we have to follow the fundamental, because the fundamental is actually leading the forex market. We have to keep an eye on the economic calendar as well somehow, because this economic calendar is the main source of knowledge for all the investors and all the forex trader around the globe, because the economic calendar itself um, tell about the economy of the country, whether it's performing good or whether it's performing very bad. So the main data source which is available for all of them is the economic calendar. So we will be having the trade setup today, and it will be for all the technical, fundamental, and as well as of the sentimental analysis. So as we all know, the trading is includes fundamental part, sentimental plus, and technical part. So these all are equally important for the trading purpose, and trading becomes more filter when have a knowledge of economical, sentimental, and technical analysis properly. But the good part over here, you can have a good understanding of the fundamental and sentimental analysis through the webinars we have available on every Monday and Tuesday for the pro levels. So yes, you have to join this webinar as well to understand the news which is coming, which gonna be coming this week, and this will be helping you a lot to understand uh, in a very beginning stage. You will be might finding difficult to understand the news and technical setup, but once it has been very much uh, you had given a time to understand this technical so fundamental setup, it will be making you more friendly with the fundamental news of the country and sentimental as well. So going further, uh, let's have a setup which is possible, but before that we will be having basic information about the MT5. So if we coming from the technical part to the fundamental part, we also have to follow up in a proper way. So let's look up some couple of websites which will be helping you to find out the technical setup. So let's go and see our platform over here. So when you see our platform over here, this is MT5 platform, and down here pressing by Control M, you will be seeing the pairs and drag it down here on the main chart. So you are finding here now Euro USD on the chart. So it will be popping up here. So the data is getting uploaded. So once we had loaded here data as well, you can open a multiple chart over here with a different indicator setup. So the main thing when we see this trend here, so once you see this trend here, it is a long term, the bullish trend hit the market, and here was a edging down, the decline trend happened because of some news. And then if we see here again, there was a sharp decline happened because of news, and then again here market is chasing the upwards level in the Euro USD pair. So when we see in all the circumstances like fundamental, technical, and sentimental, we'll be having a clue that why market has given a short-term retracement and then the long-term trend. Also, when we increase here the time frame to the day or week, we see that the market which was showing a kind of consolidation, it is showing overall market has fall, whereas we was looking the data over here. So the long-term trend always decided by the fundamental setup, not with the help of the technical. So fundamental is the main source for the fund man, the traders who is managing the fund, because they will be looking at the fundamental data of the country economy performance, and which help the currency to grow. If the currency performance is bad, something which is not good for the economy is going on really there, so which is affecting the currency as well. So now let's have a trade set. Fundamentally, how can you find some currency good uh, movement by the following this day by day? Also, you can follow it week by week. So there is a website which is globally famous, that is investing.com.
This conference will now be recorded.
Called investing.com, which is a globally famous website. And the best part is it is free available for the traders like you and me, and all the professional to the very beginner level trader all follow this website. It's a really good website. So what you have to do exactly is you have to first create an account over here. So this is a very I'm gonna show you how you can make an account over here. So this website is really good website for the source of fundamental analysis, and you have to continue with the Google, and then you can create a short-term account over here. So let's create a account, and then I will telling you how to add and understand which currency right now is strongest and which currency is right now is weakest in the fundamental analysis level. So once we log in over here, so I already will be having account, but I will show you for the beginning level how you can make a portfolio over here, and then how can you analyze the currency pairs. So come all the way to the portfolio section here, and once we click through the portfolio, let it be opening. So once you had open the portfolio here, all you have to do is click over here plus button, which is the create new portfolio. Let's create a USD portfolio over here. Hit the create button. Then all you have to do, add all the currency with the base on USD. So all the time USD will be on a base part, USD euro. You will be finding that euro USD will be there in the base, but here once you are creating, you have to create the base as a USD and then euro. Now the second one will be USD GBP. GBP will be the second one. Now, similarly, you have to create all the currency USDCH. Now here, see USDCH is already available in the same which we are looking for. So you don't have to change, shuffle the position over here. USD will be every time in the base one. Now going further with the USD AUD and then USD NZD, and here will be USD JPY. It will be same as the CHF. It will be available in the base part. USD will be available in the base part. So no need to change this position. So now we have USD CAT left. So all is done now. Now what you have to understand over here, let me add this one, and this is done. This portfolio is done. Now what we have to understand you here, that now we are seeing all the currency here in a common one common over here with all the pairs. USD is in the base. USD here is in the base part, which will be good for you to understand the fundamental outlook of the currency. Now there will be 28 unique pair. There is a 8 major currency that includes NZD, USD, AUD, CAD, GBP, CHF, Euro, JPY. These all are 8 major currency of the forex market. When we cross all of them, they create 28 unique pairs. 28 unique pairs to create pairs for trading. 28 unique pairs. Now somehow if we find that there is a secret in the forex market, that at a time there will be one only the strongest currency, there will be one only in the weakest currency, and now this changes according to news, this change according to time, but there will be always one strongest currency and one weakest currency at a time. So if somehow we find out which is right now is the strongest currency and which is right now is the weakest currency, then it will be easy or not to set up to trade that only pair in the forex market, because we will be getting some kind of trend in that forex market. So how we actually do that? So this is the basic setup to find out that with the fundamental analysis. So what we had did, we had added all the currency with the base USD, and then you will be finding here the percentage change button which you have to hit, and it will set up, it will short all the currency with the green and the red part over here. Now what does it mean? First of all, you have to understand that if it is showing that in a red color, that means the base is getting weaker. That means the base is USD is getting weaker, and the NZD is getting stronger, that the code part is getting stronger. But in this case, the 7 minus 0.77% is belongs to NZD. So right now in this moment, the NZD is the strongest currency among all the major currency list. So and which one is the weakest? Once the questions come for the major, or the question of the minor will be also coming. So question with the weakest also will be coming. So right now we can see the JPY is the weakest in this picture, because if it is green, that means the base currency will be stronger. Base currency is getting strongest. How it works now, here it is showing the opening price and the last price. When the opening price here comes, the last price here comes down the opening price. What we have, the opening price here 48.70, what we have last price here 47.54, it came down to the opening price. That means this currency got the, this position got the strongest. Whereas in this case, the JPY case, the opening price was 108.73, but the last price is showing 108.83. That means the price has gone up. That means the base one is getting stronger and the quote one is getting weaker. Now, in the some cases, it will be turning all the way into green. All the currency will be turning into the green. That means the USD is at that moment is the strongest currency. And if it is turned all the way into red, that means the USD is the weakest currency at that moment. So going further, if we find out which is the strongest here and which is the weakest here, then we can create we can right now create a pair NZT, sorry, NZT JPY, and can go into our trading setup and can pull down this pair and can have a trade. Now, there you have to find out that which currency is in the base. Right now, NZD is the base and the code currency is JPY. And the NZD is the strongest. That means the chart will be all the way up. Let's find out this in the chart. And it will be changing at any moment. So every day you have to come down to this fundamental trade setup. You have to find out with this little button which currency is right now today strongest and which currency is the weakest. Now let's go ahead and check our trading software and let's find out what's going on with the NGT JPY setup. So if it is not available, you can add here NZDJPY. It's here. We have to drag it down here. And we are right now finding with the day setup here that the NZDJPY has a good movement upwards. Now, the NZDJPY was not all the time strongest. If we come here in the technical setup, we are seeing that the market was in a day frame. Each candle will be belonging here to the 1 day data. So NZD was so long time, it was weaker against JPY. Along with that, the Bank of Japan is the strongest bank. Something dispute happened. The globally countries start keeping their money into the Bank of Japan, and anyhow they have to convert it into JPY to put the money in the Bank of Japan, which support this JPY. So it has supported the JPY so long, it has been falling down, falling down, falling down. It has fallen down till here. But after the fall down, it has retraced back. It has retraced back and came all the way up. So this was the fundamental setup. You can find out which currency is the strong, which currency is the weak. Daily wise, you can have a pair here, you can trade. Now question arise, how much we can take a risk? We got the fundamental setup that this currency is the strong, this currency is the weak. Now the what label it will be till that we can take profit. So to do that, to understand that at least what level we can make a profit or we can start a trading, so we have to click this little button here, Fibonacci retracement. We have to click on the highest level over here, which is the resistance, highest top level over here, and then drag it down to the lowest bottom. So this is the bottom. Now the market has retraced from here. But what the label market will be retracing, it can be till 23.6, it can be 38.2, it can be 50, or the most important is the 61.8, which is the highly important label, because this is called as the golden ratio level. And the maximum you have to open the order till this golden ratio 61.8 level, and then you can have a decision making based on the economical news again. So in this case we can observe that the market show a minimum 30% retracement in all the chart cases. Market showed minimum 30% retracement. So So in this case, 31.8 already has been crossed. The market is approaching above the level. So if we find out there, we find out here exactly a support inside the market. There is a support on 61.8 level. Here we can see these charts that the market has tried to break previously also, but market fall down, market start to break, market fall down. So market will be coming here till this level to check this, and then market will be showing the retracement somehow. Now going further, we had understand this. Let's now talk about how can we trade and which currency in the beginner level we should trade if we don't have any knowledge about the forex market. So if you are a very beginner level, so you should always choose the USD pairs: euro USD, GBP USD, USD CHF, USD JPY, all the USD pair, AUD USD, NZD USD, USD CAD as well. And then the last one which you can trade, that is cool, but in the beginner level I will not suggest to trade. You always choose the USD pairs to trade. Now when we go see this chart again, the fundamental one, now pay a close attention over here because it's going to be open. Good and logical information. Once you find out that this currency is right now is the strongest and this one is weakest, why not we wait to become it the weakest, then we enter in the opposite direction? See, if we are entering in a the next, which one gonna be the strongest now next tomorrow, we don't know that. It can be AUD, it can be CAD, it can be GBP, it can be euro, it can be CHF. But what we are knowing that here NZD is right now as strong as JPY is the weakest. We'll be not taking this trade right now. We will be waiting to get it weaker. Once it is getting weaker, then we will be entering inside the trade and we will be taking this profit, because the next which one will be going profit, which one will be going strongest, we don't know. But we once we get to know that this gonna be the strongest, now we will be taking the entry against that. So in that scenario, USD NZD is the strongest one. We'll be coming up with our chart here. So let's find out with the USD NZD. So it will be NZD USD in the market. And let's drag it down here. So market is going up. You can see market is very well going up with a big volume candle over here, which is almost, if we see that the market has shown a 56 pips profit, the upside direction. What we can do, we can wait here. We can wait here till the market not reach to the golden level. We can wait here till the market not hit this 61.8 level. Once we find out that market has hit the 61.8, market is not able to break this down, then we should enter with a sell, and then we should continue for the long term, which will be a good short profit, because there will be two kind of traders. One is called as the bullish trader. At the time they enter inside the market, they analyze the chart and they start buying and selling the instrument. There is a other kind of trader which are called as the slow trader, but trust me, they are the more profitable one, because they don't, at the time they enter, they don't take trading, they wait for a particular level to achieve the market. And once they are sure that market is not going to continue further from this chart, then they will be entering and taking the profit for the 50, 60 or 100 pips. Because the market, who will be the next strongest, no one knows. But once we know that this become the strongest, how many hours we believe it will be strongest, because it is a forex market. One has gone, the second have to come. So they have to get weak now, and the weakest one have to get strong now. So we can make the two pair, and then we can trade that pair once it starts showing the sign to get weaker. The next one is going to come over there, and they start showing sign that they're gonna be the next weaker. So this can be other way to trade like a bearish trader, which will be helping a lot you with this trading setup. Now there is a one pair, then there will be a technical analysis as well, and I will help you a best moving average setup to understand what can be happen with the moving average setup. Now let's see this moving average with a 9 period and a shift of 5, and this will be in a weighted close. and the color should be blue or any color you want. The thickness should be little bit high, and then press the OK button over here. Now you can find out a simple movement for the market. The rule gonna be, when the market is closing, market when is closing above the trend line of the moving average, that means market will be chasing upward direction. When the market is closing below the trend line of this blue color, market will be going down to the upward downward direction. In this case market has shown upward closing for the two candles. It's directly 2 days market has closed above the moving average 9 shift 5. That means market will be chasing upward direction. Market will be chasing upward direction. If you are a bearish kind of trader, if you try to become a bearish kind of trader, you can have a eye on which level market will be trying to show the retracement. It can be 50, it can be 61.8 maximum. If don't retrace from the 61.8, market will be hitting to the 78.6 level. And to show you that, let's have a draw here with the moving average, and let's connect it with this top. So in this setup, you can see the market has tried to break down 61.8 level, but market was exactly not able to break. Market came all the way up. Once it tried to break the 61.8, it was not. It came all the way up, and then market is trying to go up direction over here. So this can be a good trade setup with the fundamental and the sentimental part, and also as well the technical part, and you can make a trade with the good entry and analysis. So this is a moving average. We can have a look, and there will be also a risk management which you have to follow, because market in forex, if we talk about the forex, there could be anything which is not predictable. See, market is not running with only the fundamental part. Market has a sentimental and a news as well. So if we see this part sentimental is belongs core fully to the news. If some certain news came, market can fluctuate, market can show a volatility against your order. If you had given a buy order, it can show a negative also direction. It can fall down, but if it will be following the long term according to the fundamental. So in that scenario, you have to manage the fund management, the risk management properly. You should always taking the risk 2:1 ratio. That means the fund management, the account management which you are doing, that they should be always have a take profit and a stop loss in that order. So profit should be the double the amount you are taking the stop loss. There will be if you're taking the stop loss over here with the 50 pips, there should be a take profit with 100 pips. Or if lesser, that's not a problem, but at least 2:1 should be the ratio you have to follow with the risk management. And trust me, the risk management is the more important part, because in the forex market, any news anytime can come and it can blow your account if you have not follow a good account management. So the take profit and stop loss also not only the factor which I'm talking about here. The lot size also matter a lot if you're trading the forex market. If you had been confident enough the market will be chasing upside, still you have to make a 20% risk of your account. So that means you have to choose the lot size very carefully. If you have a very less account size like $1,000 or $500, don't try to go beyond 0.05 lot size. It should be not more than 0.05 lot sizes, because it is very much important. Opportunity not comes one day, it will be keep coming. Will be having opportunity, you will be having the opportunity keep coming, because there is not only a one day the major currency, the strongest one is becoming, the next day the other currency will be getting strongest. Opportunity will be keep coming, but only you have to do is the maintaining the lot sizes, maintaining the risk management properly.